There is a vegetable that once sent a 72-year-old man to the emergency room just because he ate it for 10 years, unaware it clashed badly with his heart medication. Can vegetables really be dangerous? It sounds hard to believe. But the truth is, once you pass 65, your body no longer processes food like it did when younger. There are vegetables you have eaten your whole life that seemed fine, then suddenly one day cause your blood pressure to drop sharply or stop your medication from working. Some even contain natural toxins, dangerous if your digestive system is not strong enough anymore. They don't make you collapse immediately, but repeated daily, silently, they make your heart weaker, your kidneys more burdened, and your mind tired for no apparent reason. Have you ever asked yourself, why do I eat carefully, yet my health still declines? Why do I take medicine regularly, yet my blood pressure is erratic? The answer might lie right there on your vegetable plate. In this video, I will share 5 vegetables that older adults should steer clear of or be very careful with, because they not only affect the stomach, but can also interfere with medication, disrupt heart rhythm, even trigger chronic problems. This isn't just hearsay. These are warnings backed by U.S. medical experts and research. And if you find this helpful, why not give us a like or subscribe so you don't miss out? All right then, let's dive in. The first vegetable, raw spinach. Spinach, the superfood you believe is good for heart health, is quietly leading thousands over 60 towards the risk of kidney failure unknowingly. This dark leafy green was once praised as a superfood, rich in iron, vitamin K, and antioxidants. But there is a lesser-known truth. Eating raw spinach too often might be silently harming your kidneys, especially after age 60. The problem lies in a natural substance in spinach, oxalate. In the body, oxalate can combine with calcium, forming kidney stones. Younger bodies can generally process it, but for older adults, when kidney filtration has declined or from not drinking enough water daily, excess oxalate easily accumulates, causing kidney stones or worsening underlying kidney issues you may not yet realize. A study in the Clinical Journal of the American Society of Nephrology showed people consuming oxalate-rich foods like raw spinach, beetroot, dark chocolate have a higher risk of developing kidney stones, especially if they lack sufficient dietary calcium or have a history of metabolic disorders. Linda, 74, from Minneapolis, used to love her daily raw salad. But after months of persistent dull back pain and painful urination, doctors found small kidney stones. After adjusting her diet, steaming spinach instead of eating it raw and drinking more water, her symptoms significantly improved. The thing is, spinach isn't bad, it's how you eat it. When cooked, the spinach's oxalate content drops significantly. Briefly boiling, lightly steaming, or stir-frying with a little olive oil helps your body absorb nutrients better without overtaxing your kidneys. And remember, the body after 60 needs a gentler approach, not just eating what is good, but eating it right to avoid backfiring. Because sometimes what you think is good could actually be making your kidneys work harder every day, unbeknownst to you. The second vegetable, Brussels sprouts. There's a vegetable so small, no one notices, yet potent enough to make your stroke prevention medicine ineffective and nearly send you to the emergency room. Hard to believe, but it's true. Brussels sprouts, or mini cabbages, are a favorite in many U.S. winter dinners. Rich in fiber, vitamin C, antioxidants, seemingly harmless. But if you take blood thinners, especially warfarin, often Coumadin, then this tiny vegetable is a dangerous meddler. The reason is Brussels sprouts' extremely high vitamin K. Vitamin K is crucial for blood clotting, completely opposite to warfarin's goal, prescribed to reduce blood clot formation risk, preventing strokes or heart events. Eating many Brussels sprouts without telling your doctor means increased vitamin K makes warfarin not work as intended. Result? Blood clots more easily, silently increasing stroke risk, especially dangerous for older adults with heart disease history. A study from the American Journal of Medicine. Blood thinner users with unstable vitamin K intake, eating much some days, little others, had a 65% higher complication risk than those with consistent daily vitamin K. Thomas, 81, from Ohio, once had a mild ischemic event despite regular medication. When doctors inquired carefully, he recalled, "For weeks I've been hooked on Brussels sprouts roasted with olive oil." Test results showed his INR was low, meaning his blood clotted more easily than safe. After dietary adjustment and thorough counseling, his condition stabilized. Importantly, no need to ban Brussels sprouts entirely, but eat them in moderation, and especially tell your doctor if you change your intake of vitamin K-rich foods. Balance is key. You can still enjoy your favorite vegetable, just know how it affects your daily medicine. Because over 70, it's not just eating for taste, but eating safely. Next up, raw sprouts. There's a clean vegetable so popular it's in every detox menu, yet it has sent over 100 people to the hospital just from being eaten raw. Hard to imagine. Because sprouts, mung bean, alfalfa, or radish sprouts, are seen as symbols of clean eating, fresh, and low calorie. But for older adults, eating raw sprouts can be a scary gamble, especially when the immune system isn't as strong. The reason lies in the growing conditions of sprouts: warm, moist, and lacking light. The perfect breeding ground for bacteria like Salmonella, E. coli, and Listeria. These pathogens can lurk in raw sprouts, unseen by the naked eye. And if your body is weak, like many over 65, just one infection can lead to hospitalization, even death. Per the CDC, over 40 U.S. food poisoning outbreaks in the past 20 years directly linked to raw sprouts. These infections are especially dangerous for older adults, pregnant women, and the immunocompromised. Recently, over 100 were hospitalized in Wisconsin just from eating contaminated raw sprouts in sandwiches. Ray, 76, from Kansas City, had a severe intestinal infection after a simple lunch salad with added sprouts. He recounted, "I thought it was just indigestion, but by evening I had a high fever and needed emergency care." Doctors later confirmed salmonella from raw food. Sprouts were the prime suspect. Of course, sprouts themselves aren't bad. They still contain many enzymes, vitamin C, and fiber. But for older adults, preparation is the deciding factor. Instead of eating raw, you can blanch them, lightly stir-fry, or add to soup, retaining crispness while almost completely cutting infection risk. Sometimes, just a small kitchen step, like letting sprouts touch heat for a few dozen seconds, can save you from weeks of fatigue. Because at this age, the body isn't as forgiving as it used to be. And every dietary choice needs a little caution, a little extra care. Let's move to our fourth type, white radish. Have you ever thought a light white radish soup could actually make you so dizzy you can't stand? For older adults, feeling dizzy or lightheaded from standing too quickly isn't uncommon. But if it happens often, especially after meals with white radish, then very likely the culprit might be in that seemingly harmless soup bowl. White radish, the smooth, crisp, cool white root, often in soups, boiled dishes, or salads, is water-rich, low-calorie, and seen as body cleansing. But few know it also lowers blood pressure. For the young, this is a plus. But for older adults, especially those with low blood pressure or on heart medication, this can be a dangerous nudge, causing a sudden, sharp blood pressure drop. Some traditional and modern medical studies note white radish has mild vasodilating properties, meaning it widens blood vessels, reducing blood pressure. Combined with antihypertensives like beta blockers or diuretics, the cumulative effect can cause sudden hypotension, leading to dizziness, falls, even momentary loss of consciousness. Maria, 73, from Sacramento, once needed the ER after falling while getting kitchen water. Her blood pressure then, just 85/60. Inquiries revealed she ate radish soup for both meals that day and took her heart medicine as usual. The doctor later advised, radish is good, but don't eat much at once, especially when on medication. Notably, white radish isn't bad. Used moderately, it aids digestion, reduces inflammation, and even promotes a lighter feeling. But importantly, you must know if your body is sensitive to it. If you've ever felt dizzy or tired after meals with much white radish, consider that your body's signal. You might just need less or combine with other foods to neutralize effects. For instance, eat with brown rice or lean meat, not just solitary vegetables. Because at this age, the body's like an old clock, still runs well but needs finer tuning, and sometimes what seems benign can become risky if misunderstood. And the final vegetable on our list is unripe tomatoes. Have you ever tried a slice of fried green tomato and felt a slight twinge in your stomach afterwards? Green tomatoes, especially in the American South, are a traditional dish, from fried versions to vinegared salads. That tangy, crisp taste sounds appealing, but for older adults, unripe tomatoes hide a little noticed risk. Solanine. Solanine is a natural compound in the nightshade family, including potatoes, eggplants, and of course, green tomatoes. In low doses, it's not immediately harmful, but for sensitive digestive systems, like in older adults, solanine can cause nausea, headaches, digestive upset, and rarely even cause mild neurological effects. A U.S. Institute of Food Medicine study showed solanine isn't completely destroyed by normal cooking, frying, boiling, or baking. Older adults eating many green tomatoes short-term might experience bloating, gas, and unexplained fatigue. Henry, 80, from Atlanta said, "I ate fried green tomatoes 3 meals straight last week. Thought I had flu, but the doctor said my stomach was mildly irritated. They asked if I ate anything unusual. I then remembered green tomatoes, a dish I'd loved since childhood. Actually, fully red-ripe tomatoes are safe and nutritious. Lycopene, vitamin C, and antioxidants, great for heart and skin. But when green, they not only lack these, but also contain more solanine than even sprouted potatoes. The solution isn't completely banning this traditional dish, but to eat it moderately occasionally and avoid eating it for many consecutive days, especially if you have a weak stomach history or take medication affecting digestion. Because at a certain age, the question is no longer, what do I like to eat? But how long can my body handle that? Did you just think of a vegetable you've eaten for years? No one blames you. Because we grow up believing vegetables are always healthy, but when the body isn't what it used to be, then good needs rethinking and adjusting. You've stuck with me to the end of this video. That means you're truly invested in your own health, and perhaps the health of loved ones too. Now you know, not every vegetable suits older age. Not every natural food is completely safe when the heart, kidneys, or digestive system are more sensitive. Let every meal be more than just nutrition. Let it be a mindful choice, an act of self-care. If you learned something new today, feel free to share it. Maybe a friend or someone in your family is also silently struggling with a seemingly healthy vegetable. And if you have questions or an experience to share, drop a line in the comments below. I always value every share. It's a way for us to slow down together and live better. See you in the next videos with more small things that can make a big difference in the years ahead.